only 3 things that you must do in order for you to become the best version of yourself. And no, this is not clickbait. There are only 3 things that you must apply and are mandatory and required of you to let go of your past. So with that being said, welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, and we're going to go ahead and start this video. I am going to advise you, disclaimer, once you apply these 3 things in your life, not only will you see results, but it is going to affect you. It is going to affect you emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, physically, and financially. So if you are not serious, this video is not for you. But because I know you are, get a pen and paper, take your notes, and let's go ahead and get started. In order for you to become the best version of yourself, you do need to be prepared. So before I give you the 3 things, these are some things that you must keep in mind and be aware of. Everything in life is based off of the choices that we make, whether we are subconsciously or consciously aware. So with these 3 things, you must know that it is a choice. Healing cannot be forced. Healing is an option. Suffering is a choice. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But you have to keep in mind, when you make decisions in life, you have to be accountable. So in order for this to work, in order for you to have proven results, which it works regardless, in order for it to be guaranteed, you must hold yourself accountable. If you suffer with accountability, you're going to have to take some notes, okay? And I'll make a separate video for you. But for those of you who are ready, because in order to do anything in life, not only do you need to be intentional, you need to be committed. Because if not, you're not going to be equally yoked. You're not going to be energetically connected. You will not be able to receive. And that's why it's so hard for you to detach and let go. So the first thing you need to do is make a promise to yourself. And these 3 things, not only are they guaranteed, but they're very simple. As your favorite mental health specialist, we do not overwhelm ourselves. We do not make things more complicated than what it needs to be. We have a cause, we have effect. We have a problem, we have a solution. We go to the source, we go to the root, we evaluate, we dissect, and we examine. So now that you are ready, the first thing that you must do, and that is required in order for you to become the best version of yourself, heal yourself, and let go of your past, is make a promise. So this is similar to the warning that you've been advised with, which is commitment. You must make a promise to yourself. And with this promise, you cannot switch up. Once you decide to make a commitment to yourself, you have to stand on it. Last year, the kids were saying standing on business. This applies every day. And especially as you heal yourself, as you become wiser, as you learn information and unlearn information that is no longer resonating with you. When you make a promise, it is for you. The same way you make promises to everything outside of you and for people and places is the way you need to start making promises and commitments to yourself. If you can't keep your own word, expecting things from other people is not going to help you get far in life. And the fact that you expect things from other people more than you expect things from yourself is a red flag. But it's okay, because this is a channel. We're not here to judge you. We're not here to make you feel less than or shame. But you have to make a promise to yourself and know that you're going to make better choices in life. You're going to learn from your past. You're going to accept your past, and you're going to start to show up for yourself. When you make a promise to yourself, you are invested. You need to know when to take your life seriously. But when it comes to healing, it's not a joke. It's not something you just brush lightly. And now, of course, there's no right or wrong way to heal yourself. So you want to take the information that resonates with you, and you want to leave everything that is not. But when you make a promise to yourself this time, mean it. When you watch these videos, apply what is given to you. When people tell you information and it resonates with you, apply it. You're the only person who is suffering. And you're the only person who knows how you feel. It's not to invalidate you, but we're not sugarcoating and we're not enabling. If someone cares about you as your favorite mental health specialist, if you don't have nobody that cares for you, you cannot be enabled. It's not going to work over here, okay? So when you make this promise, you are deciding that you're going to show up for yourself every single day. And sometimes if you need reassurance verbally, you need to have conversations out loud and sit with yourself. You could be sad, you can be angry, you could be frustrated, or you could be happy. Verbally tell yourself, I am going to show up every single day. Even on the days that I don't feel like it, I'm still going to do something. I'm still going to be committed to myself. Physically, you have to remind yourself. The best way to do this is look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself when you're crying. Tell yourself when you're feeling sad. Tell yourself when you are alone. Tell yourself when nobody is there that you are strong and you're going to get to where you need to be and you're not going to give up on yourself. You have to pinky promise. If it's one thing, like I said, you're going to expect is yourself. If you're going to have expectations from anybody, it should be from yourself before you expect anything else from anybody else. It will save you a lot of disappointment, okay? So the second thing you must do is prepare yourself for isolation. And the reason why you have to prepare yourself for your isolation is because, trigger warning, you're going to have to grieve. Grieving could take years, it could take months, it could take days, it could take hours. There's no right or wrong way, and there's no timeline. So depending on how much trauma you experience, because more than likely a lot of us have experienced trauma prematurely. So whether it's generational, meaning from your family, in the communities, in your ancestors and bloodline before you, so your environment, or as a child from like 2, 5, 7, 10, 13, 15, 18, 21, or regardless of however old you are, because everybody goes through trials and tribulations. Now, of course, depending on how much you've endured and witnessed, it does affect you. You may feel like you have PTSD because you have not communicated or expressed about being touched on at the age of 5, experiencing poverty at the age of 6, getting into your first fight at the age of 10, witnessing deaths at the age of 5, you know? So in this isolation period, you're going to go through withdrawals. So withdrawals include ups and downs, crying, yelling, screaming, shouting, being angry, saying that you hate others, saying that you hate yourself, saying that you're frustrated, verbally and expressing and communicating how you feel. Some days you're going to sit in the dark. Some days you're going to want to be alone. Some days you're going to go for a ride by yourself. Some days you're going to go outside and walk. Some days you're going to be happy. You're going to be extremely moody. You need to purge. In order for you to become the best version of yourself, you are letting go of everything that has happened to you up until today when you come across this video, or whenever you decide to take your life and healing seriously. And that's the truth. And it's going to be very uncomfortable because everything that was suppressed since 2, 5, 3, 10, like I've stated, or even today, has to come out. It has to come out. You have to make peace with it and you have to let it go. And it could take years. It could take months. It could take hours. There's no right or wrong way to do so. So just, okay? And I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm going to go ahead and give you the third thing, which is forgiveness. Okay? I'm going to tell you guys the information with forgiveness and end off this video because we have a lot to talk about and a lot to unpack. But the third thing you must do is forgive yourself. And this is multiple reasons why you need to forgive yourself, but I'm just going to list a couple and end off this video. The first reason why you need to forgive yourself is because you are no longer going to make the choices that you made previously that were not productive, that took away your energy, that broke your heart, that broke your spirit, broke your mind, played with your emotions and your feelings, whether that's mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, or howeverly, or even psychologically. You're going to apologize to yourself because there was nobody else there that believed in you or that supported you. You're going to apologize to yourself for not knowing what you know now. You're going to apologize to yourself and just be there for you because you have to continue to live your life. The people, places, and things that betrayed you, that abused you, that took from you, that did the things that they did to you are going to live their life as well. And we're not here to focus on them. And most importantly, you're apologizing because you can't go back in time. I'm pretty sure all of us would like to go back in time and change certain things about ourselves, because had we known what we know now, I'm pretty sure we would have been mindful of our decisions. And even if you were aware and you didn't care, you got to learn how to care now. A hard head makes a soft behind. And it's not to judge you, it's not to shame you, it's not to belittle you, but you have to apologize to yourself and never, ever, 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 ever go back to what hurt you, what broke you, what caused you to experience this pain and suffering, and to never, ever, 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 ever surround yourself with those people, places, and things in the future. So now you know what to look forward to. Now you know what you need to say. Now what you know you need to do. Now you know how to act and respond. And if people want to talk about you, you shouldn't even be worried. You should not be worried about what people say and do about you, and you don't even talk to them. Block them, remove them, unfollow them. Do not have them in your mind, heart, and spirit. And most importantly, the forgiveness is for you, so you can surround yourself with the people who want to be with you. There are men and women, jobs and homes, apartments, cars, resources that want to experience you, because you want those things. If you didn't want those things and those things didn't want you, you wouldn't feel the way you do. And I'm not talking about a one-sided relationship. I'm not talking about one-sided connections. I'm talking about things that are equally yoked, energetically connected for you. When somebody's not for you, they won't be for you, and you don't have to force it. But worrying about your past is not going to help you. So if you apply these 3 things and you're serious and you go through the test of time, and you go through the trials and tribulations of purging and unhealing and crying and screaming and journaling and being angry and going through all the moods, and you sit with yourself, you talk about how things made you feel, and you promise to never do it ever again, and you forgive yourself, you're going to heal. You're going to be able to let it go. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience, you guys. Time is going to tell. So be patient with yourself. I am going to end off this video because I am extremely tired. I need to go to bed, okay? I love you. You are loved. If you're new here, welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or interested in videos like this, let me know in the comment section what you think, what you're going to do, and if it works out for you. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at @Guidance to stay up to date. All of the information will be down in the description below. And if you need a one-on-one session, because vulnerability is very intimate, head to my website at TyGuidance.com. But don't worry about the people, places, and things from your past. The best thing I can tell you guys, this is the second time I'm telling you guys my age, out of the 27 years of my life, was letting go of unnecessary people, places, and things. And even the things and the places that I had love for, I've had to learn to just continue to live my life. Because if something or somebody loves you, they would want you to do the same. Okay? Until next time. Bye. So let me say the 3 things that I'm ending off the video. Number 1, promise to yourself. Not me, but you. You got to make a promise. Number 2, isolate and grieve. Okay? Number 3, forgiveness. Forgive yourself.